picking up 2 there early. So you are going to see some Vesper during this one. I thought when the Kuda got banned, you're going to see Formal actually with a Shiva as well. But when the Kuda got banned,
here out of Slasher, you know, players dropping. Now Crim's the only one with a kill right now for Optic. Formal finally able to answer. He's going to just fly out there, not able to connect. I'm going to go kind of between Havoc and between Slasher right now, as they're both off to early breaks here. In a 4-0 start, can Havoc get the streaks is the question. Cap picks up a couple of kills. Havoc trying to bounce back and forth here with Slasher in the hard point, as he's going to pick up yet another one.
And he's been playing so good around the hard point. Havoc, you know, just doing a great job, just baiting out some shots, and Slashers winning those gunfights. And you see Cap, he's going to rotate over towards Cages. So this is one where Envy could potentially control the second hill as well. Fantastic start by Envy. You see Havoc starting out 6-0. He's definitely got to be close to those streaks, man.
Yeah, I got to go back to him. It's really him, Cap, Slasher. They've all started out great. Optic Gaming not keeping pace. They don't have a point yet. It's 65-0.
They should be getting a point soon. And they actually kill Havoc before he gets the streaks. See Karma picking up 2 or 3 kills inside of the hill. Now they're on the board, yeah. But hey, you couldn't ask for a better start for Envy, right?
No, you could not. That's as good as it gets right now. 69-10 the score. Karma coming in. Formal picks up a couple. Karma gets a second as well. And now starting to tally some points. 20 seconds left before we're going to start to rotate out of here to Palace. But they finally are getting on the board, doing a good job. And that's kind of Optic Gaming, right? Slow starts, but now Karma 7 streak. Cerberus in his pocket. He's locked and loaded here, ready to do more damage against Envy.
And it's funny because like what we talked about pregame, it's like, oh, you know, Karma, he's not going to probably finish with the most kills, but comes up with big plays, right? This team's down 69, 70-0. He's 0-5. What goes on a huge 7 streak, able to get full streaks, could potentially make help make a big comeback here for Optic.
All right, we're watching Krim now. He's trying to break inside a Palace. Scump already set up nicely. The battle's going down top middle as they're trying to fly in here. I want to go back to Karma off the rip just to see how he's going to use these streaks. He's got his heat wave to go. Full gold there across the bottom right as he's rotating out the backside. There's his heat wave. He didn't even shoot him.
Anyway,
he was gone, and he picks up, not a second, as he's ultimately going to fall. We've been watching kind of the Optic breaks here for a little bit. Let's switch over to Envy and see what they can do as they're trying to fly through. The answer is everyone's dropping on that side of the map. JCap drops as well. A great hold here from Optic as they've turned a 65-0 game into a tie ball game.
And Envy at the beginning was doing a good job, forcing the issue, keeping up that good pace. And I think at this moment in time, like, Optic is kind of warmed up that this is not a pace that Envy wants to play at anymore. They don't want to keep forcing these gun engagements because they're not going to win this game like that.
No. You do not want to play a fast game style, especially on hard point with this team. And the nice part here, they've mounted this big comeback, and Karma still has held on to all these streaks. He hasn't really had to use anything except that heat wave. Everything else he's managed to hold on to. He's about to get pushed, though, by everyone in, unfortunately, an awkward moment as he has to reload. And now you're going to have Slasher, JCap in the hard point. Slasher on a 3 streak of his own, Matt, as he's trying to work towards streaks. You can see, I think he's working on yet another lightning.
Yeah, he is. He's going to work on doubling up his lightning, so only 200 away from that. He's going to see, I don't know if he actually saw this one player get towards the bank, but has a sneaky suspicion that one player is actually snuck by for Optic Gaming. The hill gonna get contested. Now you're going to see Slasher fly in. He's not going to be able to win that gunfight. Karma and Scump doing a great job just assaulting these hills together.
Look at Karma and Scump. They both are fully streaked.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, that's not good for you at all if you're Envy. And this is, what you love about Black Ops 3, reintroducing streaks that actually have an impact here. And I want to see how these guys opt to use them. Going to be rotating now back towards middle, watching Karma as everyone's trying to get set up for Lab. He wants to go around the outside. I think a Cerberus just got dropped off, so that was probably Scump's. Yeah, so Scump's going to use him. Him and Karma both going to pick up kills. Formal closes it out, and they are set up nicely. The lightning comes in for Slasher. It's able to pick up one, but does nothing for them as far as
nobody from Envy is even close to getting near the hill when he calls it in. He picks up 1 kill, and that player actually for Optic Gaming spawns directly next to the hill. So it really does nothing for Envy there to open things up.
Well, Karma is going to deal with some pressure. He wins a nice gunfight across. He has his heat wave too. That might have been a perfect time to use it, but he was pretty tagged up. I'm going to go back over to Scump. He's got his Hellstorm. He's got his Lightning. He's wrapping around the backside here. Is everyone fighting for Lab? We're going to be rotating to top middle next, and you can see on the minimap here, they've still got this Cerberus. It's around. It's hunting.
And Scump actually, I think, gets taken out while trying to call in that Hellstorm missile. You see Krim, your screen picking up one at the front of the hill. It's going to rotate back towards that middle. You see Formal on top with the sight. It's going to be Optic Gaming up 145, 108 here, going in that second rotation of hills. But this is where Envy got a ton of time on this first hill, so let's see if they're able to get back in here and hold it good.
Yeah, but last time you weren't dealing with streaks, with Cerberus. I think both have been used at this point. So that one that rotated to top middle, I believe, was Karma, so they're both going to be off the map. The streaks coming in, though. Crimsix trying to break in. You saw a Camo player run by him there, and they're able to get the break they needed. So Havoc going to be set up in the hard point. They're trailing by a little over 20 points right now. And like you said, they did a really good job on this hard point the first time. Can they do it again? So far, so good for Envy.
Yeah, and I like the idea of using Camo there just to get that second player over towards that middle of the map, because you don't know if Formal's, you know, sitting up top on AC with an AR. It would have been very difficult for that player with an SMG to make it back to this position.
That's a big kill.
Havoc,
That's
and that is huge kill right there. He's able to pick it up. You saw Cap in the kill feed as well, picking up 3 earlier, but now it's going to be Scump and a Karma just clearing out the other players of Envy. It's going to be Havoc, the only one up. He's going to be holding this hard point until the final seconds, and he's scared to move up because he's so close to getting that Hellstorm. Obviously, if he's able to get a Cerberus as well, that'd be huge. As you know, Optic Gaming, they use all their streams. He doesn't get it. Formal picks him up. Crim picks him up over the side
That's
door.
why I was staying with him, just because he was getting so close to those streaks. You saw Scump dropping. His kinetic was basically about to fall here. I think there's a player calling it an HC. I don't know what it was, but Crim finding a couple players with their pants down, able to pick up 2. They've still got control. He finds one more in Hut. That's 3. Oh, God! He just turned.
No!
And TP. I know you guys
were so ill.
You were teammates once, but he just ended your soul.
You don't do that to a friend.
Yeah,
friends don't do that to friends.
Oh, God, that was so filthy. Just snaps on his head there. Dirty plays from Crim. They've got a 40-point advantage here, and Karma locking down the hard point. Optic Gaming starting slow, but closing strong right now.
That TP's actually had a great game, though, for Envy. Not a lot of hill time, which is quite odd. You usually see Teep with the most hill time for the team, but, you know, 21, 23. It's a pretty good game at Teep. You would take that. Obviously, you know, he's going to be somebody who's more OBJ-minded, not going to put up a ton of kills, though yesterday he did as well. You see Karma coming over towards Palace, and the Kuda's so good at, you know,
that
all
range,
ranges.
that kind of medium, it's
that
perfect.
Medium to longer range, it's good, but I feel like it's underrated close range as well. It can definitely win fights against the VMP. Obviously, you want a VMP close range.
It just doesn't win the hip fire battle, which is the big thing. But it still can be very effective. Now let's go to Envy. TP in the hard point.
Envy's still in this game, by the way.
He's going to find one, has a 3 streak. Yeah, this game is by no means over. They can certainly come back in this, and they're doing a great job holding Palace. He backs them up with the Simtex, re-peaks, and there's JCap there to follow up. He's going to pick up 1. He knows there's a second due to the call out. The timing there could not have been worse, but he is able to pick up a Kuda in the transition. They're going to allow the scrap time here. They all just left, and they're going to give Karma. I thought they were going to give Karma 13 points. It's like, come on, guys. Someone's got to try and get this.
And Envy goes back, but they were actually trying to just go on the rotation for these next spawns. See Formal, he's set up behind this AC unit.
Scump just
picks
saved
up
his
1.
life.
Yeah, pretty much saves his life, but he's going to get naded out by Teep. So now it's going to be Envy. Steve picks up 2. Should be able to control these spawns. See Optic spawning far away in Palace. Crim's in the hill. Has a lot of work to do.
Yeah, they aren't leading by much. Marginal at best right now, but that's Crim going big again. He runs out of bullets, and they're able to get the break. That's behind Havoc. Picking up 3, picking up 4. I think it's TP
actually
getting it.
Comes in, saves the day right there.
And they are looking for yet another lead change. Envy trying to hold on. The pressure going to be coming from the backside. The spawn is in. You're seeing Havoc turn focus. He's got to win some big ones here. You see VX-Ray. They're all flying in. He's got TP and Slasher to help. He's pre-firing the corner. The pre-fire just a little too early. TP comes in trying to hold on, and now they've got a break. Scump doing a great job. He's got 3 to himself. He's getting closer and closer to kinetic armor as well. In the final 10 points here, going to go to Optic. They'll have a small lead as we are going to rotate here again. Wow, what a wild game 1 here between these 2 teams.
Yeah, and I'm going to cycle through. So we have nobody with streaks in the entire game, and then on the side of Envy, you have no abilities. Up the side of Optic, you have none either. So both teams spent in all the abilities and score streak categories.
Envy can win it right here. Slasher got 2 big ones.
That's a huge kill right there, though. Formal picks up a 2-piece in the back. Should be able to hold this off for Optic Gaming, though. But Havoc and TP going big inside of the hill. TP with another one. TP having a massive game 1 here, man.
They've got to break. They got to break now. 5 points left. They have to get in. They just have to contest. Nobody's challenging. Finally, Crim gets in. He breaks. He pops Camo. He turns. Tries to get a 30. Has to reload. Can he win it? He finally going to close it out. They need 10 points. That was the break they need. Crim going massive here. Can they win the game? They only need 5 more points. Now comes Envy trying to get in. Formal's got 1. Can they get the break? They're going to hold it down. They get both, and Optic Gaming's going to win it.
Huge plays by Crim there at the end. It was Havoc and Teep inside the hill for Envy doing all they could, but the players in Optic just started to flood it. Formal winning those 2 gunfights in the back was the biggest part of the game.
I thought when Slasher got the 2 in the back, that might close it out, but Formal answers right back. All right, well, here we go. Let's hop into Search and Destroy round 1. Optic Gaming going up against Envy. Offense going to be first for Optic. One player getting cheeky middle. Karma wants nothing to do with it. He's going to pick up your first kill, and that's going to be Karma getting a second here as he's going to pick up one inside of window as well. He gets both kills. Had a little bit of assistance there from Formal as well. Scump going to be pushing forward. They have a 4-on-2 advantage, looking very, very good here.
Yeah, and Optic's going to get the bomb down over at B. The one thing you can say about Optic Gaming is in Search and Destroy, sometimes they can get a little bit too predictable. They fall in love with going towards one side. They refuse to change things up, try and stiff arm, but obviously they're the best in the games. It works most of the time, so there's really no reason for them to change it up.
I think that's kind of that's just a...
It happens with top
teams because
teams,
you don't feel you have to have that much strategy. Like, we want to bully our way onto the site. We're gonna get you. Whereas if you're like an S&D player, you're maybe not as strong. You feel like you have to have all these strategic plays. Optic just wants to beat you in gunfights. Slasher trying to find one player sitting there in bunker. He doesn't have time to do really anything. Not going to win that one. Crim ultimately going to close that round out with a headshot. Optic Gaming team to attack first.
Something that happened when we were on when it was like Cole EG, that it was like, well, we have these strats that work, let's just keep doing them. And even when the other teams would kind of like adjust, it's like, let's just go back to the same thing, let's just do it better. Yeah, it's like sometimes it's good to throw a little bit of a mix in.
It can be, and we've seen that a couple times out of Optic. We'll see how this one plays out though. Karma and Crim both starting out 2-0. Karma had a big opening round there with the M8 across mid-map, making sure no one able to get early pressure over mid, which we saw in the last series. The player that's going to play bunker this time on the side of Envy will be Slasher set up nicely. And you've got a player pretty close there at Rock. You can see the X-ray vision. I've got Karma highlighted here. He's able to cut off anyone that might want to come across bridge. But it's scary, though, because Slasher knows he's there. So this is Slasher's point of view. If he opts to peek at all, he is in a bad spot. And then look at the guy window.
Yeah, they have the guy window that's going to kind of look over Karma and cover, and it's going to be Crim. So Karma wants to get out of that position. You're going to have Crim fire down some shots over at bunker, which you see right now.
Yeah, you can kind of see it's just a game of angles right now. Everyone trying to be able to pick up that kill without getting caught from the opposite side. And this is where it is. Karma finally peeks. He's going to get tagged, but he's got Crim to watch him window. Havoc's going to actually push. He's able to pick up one. And TP going to grab Crim as well. 4-2 advantage for the offense, same as we saw in round 1. I think he faked the plant for a second, but Scump going to be your only man standing. 1v4. We've seen him do it before. He's going to soar out. TP there to close out the round. 1-1 thus far.
Well, when they put shots in Karma, it's actually Havoc that comes through the waterfall and just jumps up, puts those finishing shots with the VMP in him. Then TP is able to pick up that kill in the window on Crim.
Well, that's exactly what Karma's staring at. So he's ready for that, but the problem is he backed up just a little too far that he took that one shot from Slasher. Otherwise, he probably kills Havoc. You know, we didn't see it from his point of view.
Otherwise, he probably wins that gunfight,
All right, let's go back to offense now. Any streaks we saw from Karma or Crim were shut down in that round, so they will end it too.
So you're going to see the SVG finally on Havoc. It's going to be the first time we're going to see it.
Let me take a look at his point of view then. He's going to have the thermal. Looks like he is ultimately going to have to back up. No one pushing mid, everyone, all the pressure coming across bridge, and he did not have the angle to watch that. So they've been able to get across. They've been able to get to the bomb site. Scump going to be your first man in. He's going to opt to get bombed down. The other player there with him is going to be Crim. Crim trying to hold them back. Grenades coming in. I think a trophy going to be able to protect them from that one. But all the pressure here, they've got bombed down now. The only thing they have good is it's a 4-on-3 here. There's a player dealing with the flank all the way in the back that I'll highlight. That's Karma. He can't help right now. So if they opt for the retake, they could kind of bully them off site here.
You're going to see Crim's going to get some shots in a player crossing over towards mid-map. It's going to be Slasher able to win that one. He's in a pretty nice position right in front of bunker, and it's going to be a 3v2 though. Optic Gaming with the man advantage. Make it a 3v1 as Karma gets back into the play. Able to win that one. Havoc has nothing to do there.
That's like the hardest gunfight in the game.
Scump's going to win that one easy.
Trying to peek somebody with cover like that. All you see is the tip of their head not able to win that. But, you know, this is why you have Havoc on the team. We saw him yesterday. I think he turned 2 different 1-on-3s into 1-on-1s, something like that. He had a couple near heroic plays, but came up a little bit short. But he has the potential to do that. You're always scared when you see him. In Optic Gaming in particular, this is a team that got 1v4'd by him last year in Advanced Warfare, so they know what he's capable in this game mode for sure. But as it stands, Envy trailing by 1. Matt, what do you want to see from them on offense?
Havoc's going to have the sniper rifle on offense. He's going to actually take that first shot and miss it. So the last round, he was actually able to switch his class because he didn't actually fire any shots with it. This time, obviously, going to be stuck with a sniper rifle throughout the entirety of this round. He's going to miss 2 shots. We're going to see kills being traded, though. It's going to be a 3v2 Optic Gaming, make it a 3v1 with the man advantage. Karma's actually, Scump's going to die to Havoc there, which I expected him fully to pick that kill up.
And remember, he now has an SMG and the sniper. So he had the pistol combo. We saw Overkill get banned out in the first phase of this, so he does have a chance now. Usually I wouldn't feel good about a 1v2 with the sniper, but the fact that he's got this VMP to go with it, let's take a look at his class. We see him running 5 perks. That's pretty much what he did all of yesterday as well. He should be able to get bomb here. And the question is just going to be, can he get the plant down and give himself a chance?
He has no idea these players
no.
This is going to die, I imagine, very shortly. But he's actually able to get out, and there are guys on Optic going to go straight over towards B. If he goes to A, he's going to get an easy plant, but going to go back towards the B site. He's going to have one player directly in front of him. He's going to win it, so he's going to force a 1v1 here.
And he's just going hunting. He might be able to find him in the corner. Oh, no, that could have worked out perfectly. Now he's going to have to force the plant. It's going to be Formal chasing him. 4 seconds left. Oh, my God. Formal might actually get attacked from behind. Can Havoc find him? Havoc's got 1 second. He finds him. Oh, my God. Oh, Lordy, that was close. I don't know how many more bullets he needed, but Formal is sending a prayer to the time gods.
The time gods.
Whoever controls the damn clock, Matt. I don't know what they're called.
Oh, woo! That is very close for Havoc. Almost able to clutch that. Was that 3v1?
That would have been... yeah, 1-on-3. That's exactly what I said earlier. Yeah. Right before that round, he turned those situations into 1-on-1s. He has the ability to make such a difference here, but it's a bloodbath on B. Everyone getting forward. Formal here trying to react. It's a 2-on-2. He knows he has a player at the tree, but he is just getting teased and peeked. Who is that toying with him? That's Havoc. He was making Formal's life a living hell there.
With the SMG as well, and he's going to push up to the rock. There's Formal playing in the water. He's going to have to get out of this.
Not many players that are going to continue to repeat Formal, you know, on a head glitch with an M8. But you know what, Havoc, I think he's feeling pretty good after that last round. I know he lost it, but they're still in this. Impy 2-round backs, and Havoc did survive, by the way, so he is still continuing this 3 streak. So he is still have ways to go for Lightning, though. Yeah, and
Cap, the other member of Envy, alive, going to be rotating back towards that middle, but Formal's finally able to win this gunfight. Damn, J-Cap not going to be able to win the gunfight versus Karma. It's going to be Optic Gaming taking a 4-1 lead here in S&D on Redwood. I feel like that round, you know, the Havoc versus Formal 1v1, I feel like that one just threw all the momentum in Optic Gaming's favor. Havoc's able to win that one. See Envy possibly making a comeback. This one looks like one that Optic's going to run away with.
Yeah, it's tough for him, too, because he gets in a 1v1 probably with the Optic Gaming player that's grinded the most S&D.
Yeah.
That's been in those situations the most and Formal. I mean, he plays with a lot of those big S&D guys like Farrell, Blazeful. Like, he plays all the time. So a guy that is experienced in 1v1s as well. But that round, we'll see if that's going to be the difference maker. Right now, 4-1. Optic Gaming has advantage. They're going to be pushing forward. MB not prepared to deal with the pressure at A. One player still behind tree. TP going to tag him up. Not a lot of ammo left. He wants to chase him down with the RK5, but that player has gotten away, and they picked up one on the rotation. So A, currently their sight, as long as they can pick off this one player in the back. Karma, though, gets one. That's an HC flying at you. A 2-on-2 action here, just under a minute left.
And Scump's going to get aggressive. I think this is TP here on the tree, and he has no idea that Scump's pushing around the corner, and Havoc's not going to be able to put the shots in to finish off Scump. Scump's going to get away.
And Havoc doesn't have an M8.
No, this should be one that Optic Gaming should be able to close out. It's going to be very difficult, and he actually picks up the bomb.
And this is, I still am nervous if I'm Optic. And this is why I love the addition of Havoc right now on this roster, because you still feel like he could certainly pull this off. You almost saw him do it 2 rounds ago. He's going to wrap quickly, grabs bomb, gets it down, realize he didn't have an M8, realize he can't challenge that. He's going to get the plant. Now can he win the 1-on-2 against Karma and Scump?
He's going to play this one up on top of the Brit. He's actually going to wrap all the way around. So really have no idea where this guy's going. Oh, he's actually able to see that.
That's the first time I've actually seen someone check from this site. You can see the experience in S&D, but I don't think he realized one player crossed. Is he ultimately going to get eyes on that player? You see via the X-ray vision where he is, and there, he saw one, so he knows he's going to have to check.
He knows where both
there is a player mid, though, and now he's going to push. The player catches him, though, and he can't win it. Scump just out of his crosshairs, and Karma should be there to close it out, just coming out a little bit short. If he wins that fight...
He knows where both players are.
He wins that fight with Scump, he wins the round.
Yeah.
Well, one round away, though. Optic looking to close this one out. And
he popped his kinetic.
Okay, I didn't realize he popped kinetic, so that explains a lot.
Yeah.
Scump, I think, might have won that anyway, but still, the kinetic kind of seals the deal there.
I think Scump ends up winning that gunfight anyway. I think Havoc throws down some mistimed shots. Originally, he had like the jump on Scump, but he fired like a few bullets like at the tree almost before.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, Optic looking to close out the game to S&D. If you are just tuning in, they won game 1 by a score of 250 to 247. And they have been completely in control now in the S&D. I'm going to hop off of him just because I'm saying if he's going to check A site, there's nobody home. First gunfight's going to be Scump. I think he just killed... Did Havoc? I think he has killed...
Yeah, he had kinetic.
Havoc had kinetic, and Scump won that. Well, Scump is currently Havoc's worst nightmare.
Yeah, Scump's bullets do a little bit of extra damage.
God.
Just melts him through the kinetic armor, and you're going to see Slasher playing up in top window. Psychosis comes out. They know exactly where he is now. I believe you see Formal potentially checking that through the same line of sight that we saw Havoc doing before. The bomb's going to go down at B, so Envy needs a retake here to keep their S&D hopes alive. And Slasher's just getting tagged up from every direction. He needs to get out of this window in the worst way. TP down over by B, trying to cause some damage. Karma just rips his head off as he tries to cross. It's going to be TP here left. No, 1v3, gonna fire some shots at a guy out top. This one doesn't look like it's gonna work out. There we go.
No, nothing you can do there. You got a VMP. You can't kill that player at range. And Optic Gaming going to take game 2 in a commanding fashion. 6-1, 2-0 series lead. And wow, they didn't look like they had any question marks there. You saw Havoc had a couple chances to really be a difference maker for Envy. With
JCap. I feel like JCap is a huge part of this team. One of the best ARs in Call of Duty history. Doesn't matter the title, and it's actually very good at Black Ops 3. I feel like Cap's a little bit underrated.
Yeah, he is definitely one of the top players in the game. We'll take a look off the break as everyone's going to be vying for mid-map control. It's Slasher dealing with some pressure early. We talked about the Shiva making it through. He's going to be using it here early, trying to win a gunfight there with somebody top grandmas. Finally going to win it. Tries to find one more player, but fortunately for you, that's Formal. Mr. doesn't miss, flying at you.
He's just going to try and lock down this left-hand side of the map. Wait for his teammates to spawn up, see if they can get any map positioning. Here's Havoc is somewhere behind him. Havoc's actually going to challenge this. Not a gunfight you want to challenge, especially against Formal with an AR. And see Krim coming here on a flank. He's able to pick up one. It's 2 players actually trapped on that left-hand side. It's Optic in a good position here. You know, if they can get some players up towards mid-map, Krim in a perfect position to make a play.
That player forgot about Krim.
Yeah,
apparently.
For whatever reason, just trying to run right by him. But Krim and Formal doing a good job just holding this mid-map position.
All right, well, let's keep eyes on with Formal for now. He's trying to pin players here inside of barn, but you've got someone coming all the way around the flank. That's going to be Scump. Scump should be able to get in behind one. This is going to open things up now for Krim to grab the drone, and now they are going to push forward. How does he opt to play this? He wants to use Formal as the lead blocker. He's going to go right through Church. Does he go for one? Does he go for the dunk? He soars through as everyone dies, but he still gets the dunk. They do a good job closing out at home, but unfortunately not closing out the drone carrier. Now Karma only went up for a second, but he should do just enough to hold these guys off to allow his players here to help him get forward.
Yeah, and he gets over to the B stairs. That's a huge spot on the map, able to lock down a lot of the mid. Now you see Krim come flying in, picks up 2, and he's actually going to get the drone, and he's going to go on a little bit of a breakaway here. Slasher trying to play defense for Envy. Krim going with a 1-point throw. He's able to put it down. It's going to be Optic up 3-0 early.
Nice toss. That's the long-range one you need to make if you're going to win these games. He got a pretty easy dunk early on as his team basically tossed their bodies to the wind for him to score. The second time he's putting through a big one. You see Havoc playing defense. JCap gets a 2-piece with the Simtex as well, and now it's their turn. He needs somebody out in front, though. He doesn't want to lead the way with the drone. He's just going to toss it forward so he can get gun up. There's one found. Gets shots into a second. Trying his best here, but he needs a little bit of help. Unfortunately for him, Formal might be one of the best players when it comes to playing defense in uplink.
Yeah, he picks up 2 big kills. Krim with another, and now it's going to be Optic Gaming going on the offensive side of things. And actually, maybe not, as Havoc makes a huge play. He's able to pick up the drone. Melee 1, And then throws it in. A huge play right there from Havoc.
Apparently he heard me talking about Formal's defense, so he decided to club him. Ultimately, it's going to lead to one nice individual performance coming out of the new player here, subbing in for Envy. Watching Formal now on steps, trying to control mid-map, trying to control this drone spawn. Ultimately going to fall. Can Envy get forward? Let's go to TP. He's 4-6, but he's on a 2 streak right now, and he's playing very aggressive.
You're going to see drone just being down in the middle of the map. Nobody in control of it at this moment in time. You see Cap trying to get control of Broken here, but it's a Formal. I feel like Formal and Crim doing a really good job pushing through Broken, trying to open up that grave side of the map. You're going to see Crim come flying in. One of the guys on Optic Gaming should be picking up the drone here shortly. They had control of the Envy base for a decent amount of time.
I can't believe that wasn't points. And that was something where, I don't know if the communication was, hey, Scump, hey, Formal, get forward. Crim's coming off a spawn and he'll grab it. But when Crim came off a spawn, he didn't grab it. And so much time had actually elapsed, like 5 seconds, where they had kind of lost control. I mean, there was plenty of time there to get a 1-point toss off in some capacity. A little bit of a miscue, I think, for Optic Gaming. Heatwave comes in. That's Karma with a 2-piece going big, making sure points aren't going to get on the board. And it looks like he's opting to try and bring this back the middle. Not going to toss it off for now. Wants to get forward. He has Scump and the extra armor, not enough. I don't think the slide went through. I think he actually crouched, so he couldn't get through.
He was trying to slide with the drone and get into Grave, and if he does, probably converses in the points. See Scump trailing one player, trying to beat him down, jumps over the tank.
What is happening?
Somehow he is still alive. He will put in a 2-point play. Oh, unbelievable moves right there by Scump. I don't think they were intended, but works out in his favor.
The unintentional juke skis, but ultimately leading to a dunk. 5-1 right now. Optic Gaming, 2 players dropping here for Envy. Havoc and TP going to have to play some base defense. The pressure's coming. I'll keep Scump highlighted. Going to transition over now as he's going to be guy going for 1-point toss. The interception attempt comes through. Not able to connect. Kinetic armor pop. There's 2. There's the 3rd. Tries to pick up another, but it's Slasher now by himself. He's got to get to mid-map. He's trying to play a little bit of defense on the drone. No reticle for you, though. EMP comes in, but he's got just enough there to connect with the kill.
And I feel like we're seeing a lot of Semtexes and EMPs out of the side of Optic. Something we haven't seen Envy adjust to, but I feel like in the second half you're gonna have to see some adjustments out of Envy.
Well, the EMP does a really good job there of basically, stopping a player like Slasher or JCap who wants to kind of L-trigger, hold corners, and look at drone spawn. Much more difficult to connect on those shots, as we've seen. So really good first half there from Optic, pushing towards Church. They do an excellent job there. 6-1 lead. Can Envy bounce back in the second half, or are they going home early in this one?
On the next half, I feel like it's decided that you usually see teams put up more points than the other. I feel like Envy has a fighting chance to come back, only down 5. I'd like to see them get off to a strong break. I would not be opposed to seeing them use some of their abilities or weapons off the rip here. Let's see if they have any. They have a Kinetic and they have an Annihilator. So I'd like to at least see the use of probably the Annihilator here off the rip.
And you can see the sub players struggling in this one. So many strong ARs. You see TP and Scump not really able to get going. Crim opening up with a couple kills. Slasher trying to answer back, but the first person to get up and get aggressive is going to be Karma. He's trying to push forward, trying to push them back off of this drone spawn. On the other side, you saw Formal pop the site. I think he got one before dropping, but now it's Crim by himself. He's got to play some defense, has to make sure they can't advance this drone, and he's doing a good job. Karma off a spawn, I think, with the Semtex. Tosses one in, and that's going to halt any potential aggression from Envy.
And Crim's going to have the Shiva in his hands, try and just put down some shots at long range. It's so powerful. It's probably the best assault rifle at range. See Scum just coming straight down Green Alley, able to put in a 1-point play. But
4 dead, though.
You're going to be using that Shiva more on the defensive side of things than getting aggressive. I think you see the Kinetic being popped there by Havoc, trying to get into Grave, and it gets shut down by Karma right away.
Oh my, it's the second time I think we've seen him use Kinetic. He's combined Kinetic and Havoc to Havoc. Not able to pick up a kill with it, though, and not going to end up leading to any kind of points. Havoc now trying to play a little bit of defense as the rest of his team is coming off a spawn. He knows the pressure is coming from mid. He's able to win one. Player to his left, not going to be able to find him. And Karma still has the drone in hand, trying to wrap outskirts. I think that hit the tree.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, not going to be a 1-point throw that goes in. I like the attempt, though, by Karma. Had a little bit of a breakaway there down the B street, but Envy needs to get some kind of offense here soon. We've just been seeing them play out of their base so much here in Uplink.
Well, that's what's scary about Optic. When they're on a roll, when they're hitting their shots and winning their gunfights, you feel like you're playing defense the entire time on something like CTF, something like Uplink, when it's real back and forth. It becomes very, very one-sided when they're on their game, and that's what it's felt like here in this game 3.
You see Crim get over towards top Church. Nade's coming in, but he's able to pick up 2 easy kills. Right there, just doesn't even take any damage. Nobody actually connects with any shots, and Optic just doing a good job controlling that mid-map. Scump actually doesn't have to do even too much in the slaying department, right? He just needs to pick up some situational kills, pick up the drone, get into position to make a play. Right now, it's really just Crim, Karma, Informal just dominating the game with assault rifles.
They certainly have been. You see every player here significantly positive out of those three you mentioned. And I think Slasher has popped his weapon. We'll see if he can connect with the Annihilator here. There's some pressure. He's just trying to win back mid-map for his team. But there's still someone sitting. Where is Karma? He's just crouching right behind Statue.
Just a cheeky little spot here from Karma. He's actually going to get blasted as Slasher actually picks up 2 with the Annihilator. So big kills with the Annihilator as Slasher. Somebody else has to follow it up and grab the drone. It's going to be TP. Should be able to get this one into Grave. Slasher jumps back, challenges Formal, able to take him out. It's going to be TP connecting with a 1-point throw. Now Envy needs to get a setup going here. Maven Slasher picks up another kill on a 5 streak. 175 away from a Lightning. Would have been big if he was able to get that. You're going to see Havoc trying to push into Grave, trying to get that control. This will be huge for Envy if they can rattle off some points.
Yeah, JCap trying to win 1 against 2 players at mid. They have control of Barn. The problem is they don't have control of mid-map, so they can't get the drone there. You have to win both those battles in order to get forward, or at least toss that drone up. They haven't won it yet. You have a player inside of that B bomb site. That was Formal. He ultimately got picked up. So it's Karma and Crim trying to play a little bit of defense. JCap trying to get towards the drone, but these 2 last players playing great defense.
Havoc has been the Optic Gaming
they
base
just
for
can't
a
get the
little
drone
bit,
there.
but they just have not been able to get the drone. Yeah, I mean, he's just kind of roaming around, picking up 1 or 2 kills, and they're trying to open things up, and Envy just has not been able to get that mid-map control. Slasher coming through Grave, trying to get a 1-point shot off. He's going to connect, making a 2-possession game here, but just still not a lot of time left for Envy. A minute left, and does not look good for them.
A minute left, and they need 2 dunks basically here. The pressure coming forward. You got to kill Karma. You need to win this one. TP grabs a kill as well. But this player on B steps, if Prim gets a kill or 2, this one's over. There's one. He's going to get picked off. There's only 2 players up for Envy, though. You got to grab the drone. You have to play. Kills at this point. You need to just pray to God your team comes up big as you try to get forward, because you just don't have time to play with.
Yeah, when you can have an AR player just kind of sit in graves like Formal did right there, it's going to be almost impossible to get the drone past. You see Scum playing a really nice spot outside of Broken. He's able to take out Slasher, and then nobody on Optic needs to really just push up the map at this moment in time. Just want to play that mid-map defense. 20 seconds left. The scythe coming out from Formal. This one is going to be an Optic Gaming 3-0 of Envy, Maven.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the story for our big matchups lately. I mean, last week it was what? It was Rise going up against Optic 3-0, FaZe going up against Envy, a 3-0 for FaZe. These big matchups that we get all excited for. It feels like the favored team, though, if there is a slight favor, has been just crushing. Well, actually, I mean, FaZe, I think I probably had Envy favored over FaZe in that one, and FaZe really came out on top. So do you learn anything new from this series? Do you have any feelings about Havoc's role?